What is up guys, Gabe here and welcome back to another video. On this video I'm going to go through 5 things that you can do in a photo shoot to get yourself either unstuck or to help pose your subject. Posing your subject is something that everyone struggles, including myself. Sometimes we get in a photo shoot and we kind of run out of ideas, don't know what to do, or are just too much into our own minds that we kind of get stuck. Now it is in times like these that I use one of these 5 tips that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today to get unstuck and to kind of flow things along. Now the best thing that you can do in a situation like this is going back to the basics. Therefore, these 5 tips that I have for you guys are just pure basic. There's not much to them and you probably have heard all of them before. However, sometimes when we're out in the field, out shooting or doing something, we get too much into the process of things, too much in the flow, and sometimes we forget about the basics. But the best thing to do in a situation where you are either running low on ideas, don't know what to do, or feel stuck is to return to those basics to get yourself unstuck. Now, like I mentioned, these tips are very simple and very rudimentary, and you've probably heard all of them before. Nonetheless, here they go. The 5 tips for posing your subject are sit, stand, lean, lay, and crouch. So now that we know what they are, let's go through them in detail and explain ourselves just a little bit more. For the first one, sit, you're gonna wanna have your subject sit. Now you can have your subject sit on something, beside something, below something, just have them sit. This one can open up ideas of placing your subject in unconventional places, such as sitting on the roof of a car, or I don't know, you can come up with your own. However, don't forget to have your subject sit. Number 2 is stand. Now this is probably a go-to for many people because one of the first things that we almost always say when somebody's about to step in front of a camera is stand over there or stand over there. However, in this standing position, you can go ahead and take advantage of taking full-length portraits as well as 3/4 portraits or anything else that may be required to cover all your bases in a photo shoot. So as basic as standing can be, it could also be a very important point to cover within your photo shoot. You can also have fun with this one, have your subject stand in places where they normally wouldn't stand, like standing on a ledge or standing on the roof of a car or standing wherever you want them to stand within the situation that you find yourself in. So have fun with it and don't forget to tell your subject to stand. Number 3 is lean. You can have your subject lean on things. For example, lean on a palm tree, lean against the wall. And this one opens up the playing field for you to play around with different angles and different takes so that all your shots don't end up looking the same. I'm a big fan of this one and I kind of use this one almost every time I find an opportunity to tell my subject to lean on something. Number 4, lay. Now this is one that I like to use especially when I'm shooting out on the beach. I have my subjects lay on the sand. You can have your subjects lay just about anywhere. Lay on the floor, lay on a couch, lay on a chair, lay. This is also a good tip for you to get different vantage points on your subjects. You can shoot down on your subject, you can shoot from the ground level, you can shoot pretty much about anything that helps you get a nice picture or a nice composition. And the 5th one, crouch, which is not my favorite at all because people look like, and you get the idea. Anyways, crouch, I still use it on photo shoots, especially when I want to highlight something, more specifically when I want to highlight the person's shoes. I typically use this in athletic campaigns or things that are similar to that nature, just to highlight the person just going ahead and tying their shoe or just, looking like they're busy or about to do something. I don't recommend this pose being used for model shoots or something else, something other than athletics or just to highlight the shoes, because of, okay? And now the 6th one. The 6th one is taking all these 5 tips and flipping them on their head, which means applying them to yourself as a photographer. You as a photographer can sit on stuff just to get different vantage points, stand on different things, high, low, whatever it is. You can lean against something to get a specific angle. You can lay on the floor to get angles from down up. You can crouch as well. I mean, the possibilities are endless when you put these things together and you apply them to your subject and to yourself as a photographer. And there you go. Those are my 5 posing tips for subjects in photo shoots. And if you use them, I guarantee you that you will get either unstuck or that you'll get different vantage points that you may not have thought before. These 5 tips are essential for you to cover all your bases in a photo shoot and you don't forget to take a single picture when you're in that moment. And that is it for this video. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys on the next video.